Parthenope is out in theaters, new film from Paolo Sorrentino, starring Celeste Dalla Porta. It is, I believe, the first Sorrentino movie with a female protagonist, or at least it has been described as such, but it does bear similarities to his earlier work in terms of the tone. It's a dreamlike, slow-burning, atmosphere-focused, coming-of-age story with some fantastical elements. In this case, we follow the life of Parthenope, who in the opening scenes is born literally in the sea waters of Napoli, which then cuts directly to an 18-year-old Parthenope walking out of the sea years later, obviously invoking the parallels to Venus or Aphrodite. We then follow Parthenope at various points in her life as she explores the nature of youth, love, desire, sex, knowledge, understanding. And she's a beautiful woman, so much so that she essentially warps the men around her, drawing stares at least and often more direct attention. She's also clever, intelligent, worldly. She reads a lot, is fascinated with anthropology, which she begins studying at the university, and is driven by a desire to understand anthropology and understand humanity. I think this was deliberately, to further sort of invoke the feeling that this is a goddess walking amongst men, trying to understand them. So the movie doesn't have a plot in a traditional sense. There are sections of it and sequences which have specific themes and characters in them, but on the whole, it is this very loosely tied together journey. Now, similarly to other Sorrentino works, I think this isn't going to work for everyone. I can see people criticizing the movie, and rightly so, for its lack of focus, for strange elements like the weird Midsommar-esque sex scene, or the cardinal sequence, or the professor's son at the end. I can also see them saying it's boring and uneventful. But if you can engage with the atmosphere of it, with the vibe of the film, and sort of let it overwhelm you, it's a pretty good experience. I mean, visually, the movie is extremely pretty. Almost every shot in it looks like a painting, and it's deliberately meant to be artistic and beautiful at its core. I also think Celeste Dalla Porta is phenomenally charismatic in the film, and it's not just her being attractive, not just her looks, but the way she carries herself and smiles and interacts with people and has banter with them. It truly makes you understand why this is a woman who would draw so much attention. But I think she also shows range in the middle section, especially where she battles doubt and sorrow and sort of becomes a darker version of herself for a while. I also really loved the relationship between Parthenope and the professor. Fantastic dialogue right there, great moments of levity, but also a genuine platonic friendship coupled with a respectful mentor-student dynamic. Love that. Final point, the music is fantastic. The repeated themes are very memorable, and the movie also occasionally uses real songs which also fit the atmosphere very, very well. So yeah, on the whole, I don't think it's a movie for everyone, and it's not as strong as, say, The Hand of God, but for me it worked despite its flaws, and even though I don't understand every single aspect of the movie, I was able to engage with it on an emotional level and enjoy it very much.